Commission meeting in order. We please rise for the invocation followed by the pledge of allegiance to the flag of our country. Commissioner Johnson.
Dear Lord, first we want to start by saying thank you for letting us get here safely. We ask for your guidance tonight as we make decisions to lead and guide our beautiful city. Thankful for our staff and residents to come out tonight. Thank you for keeping us safe. We ask these blessings in your son Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome all here this evening. First on the agenda tonight is the approval of our minutes from the October the 9th meeting. They have been distributed. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, we need a motion.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second? Motion is second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion carried unanimously. Proclamation 25-12, Week of the Family. Okay.
Families all year long.
We tried. Thank you.
Hi, Suzanne Zeinfeld. Yes, she's a new member of our committee.
All right,
so
very
we
good.
need her so she could enjoy the experience of being here. Oh, okay. Whatever. I'll rather.
Proclamation 25-12, whereas the city of Winter Garden is blessed with a multitude of families, an essential part of the cultural, social, and spiritual fabric of our community. And whereas the city of Winter Garden recognizes that strong families are the center of strong communities, that children live better lives when their families are strong, and that families are strong when they live in communities that connect them to economic opportunities, social networks, and services. And whereas everyone has a role to play in making families successful, including neighborhood organizations, businesses, nonprofit agencies, policymakers, and families themselves. And whereas during the Week of the Family, residents should take time to honor the importance of families and recommit to enhancing and extending the special connections that support and strengthen them throughout the year. And whereas during this week, we urge the residents of the city of Winter Garden to join other agencies and organizations throughout the state to honor and celebrate our families. Therefore, it is my great pleasure and privilege as the mayor of the city of Winter Garden to hereby proclaim this week, the week of Saturday, November the 1st through Saturday, November the 8th, 2025, as Week of the Family of the city of Winter Garden, and urge all citizens to share in this occasion. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you. You're on. You're up.
No, we just want to encourage you to go to weekofthefamily.org and you'll see a calendar of events that week. One of the really wonderful ones is the Mayor's Family Fun Day, totally free activities, train rides, petting zoo, all kinds of great things. And but all week long there'll be events. And so we look forward to seeing you and some children, grandchildren, whatever. You don't even have to have children, just go there. We're all part of a family. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. Mr. Hutchins.
Evening, Mayor, Commissioners, Mrs. Weiler, Mr. Kappelman. One Winter Garden, the leading community advocacy organization for the historic East Winter Garden neighborhood, conducted a community-wide door-to-door survey with residents to gauge the interest for pickleball as a new amenity at Xanders Park. This was done in response to several feedback received by staff and community stakeholders. 56 households submitted responses, and the results showed 73% in favor of adding pickleball as an amenity. Staff did obtain 3 quotes, selecting one Advantage Courts as the lowest and best suited bidder. The total cost is $50,248, which includes the conversion of 1 basketball court to 4 pickleball courts, an extra coat application of the surface, and resurfacing work for the other remaining adjoining basketball court. Xanders Park amenity upgrades remain a significant part of the overall revitalization effort of the historic East Winter Garden neighborhood. With that, staff recommends approval of the proposal submitted by Advantage Courts authorizing city manager to execute the basketball pickleball court conversion and other related resurfacing work at Xanders Park in the amount of $50,248. Happy to answer questions.
Questions, sir?
Mr. Capel, Ms. Lowry, you have anything you'd like to add?
I just want to say that your CRA advisory board heard the details of this proposal and the bid that was submitted and voted unanimously to recommend that the CRA approve this expenditure.
Nothing else?
I, Charlamagne Walden, wish to second that motion.
No, you make the motion.
He was just talking
I
like
just was
Lowry.
reporting. But you're welcome to make the motion. Okay. All right, then I move that the CRA authorize the expenditure of $50,248 for the conversion of the basketball courts to pickleball in Sanders Park.
I, Charlamagne Walden, Brother President, wish to second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? This motion carried unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
I want to say that Mark also gave us a nice update of the progress that's going on in East Winter Garden. It's probably something you should share with them as well. It was encouraging, the progress that we're making. Not right now, I'm just talking about the next time. Because you had videos and everything else. I wasn't suggesting that. I just was commenting that it was an encouraging report, the progress that's already being made, that we waited so long to see some tangible results, and they're starting to show.
Very good. Look forward to that. Thank you, Michael. If there are
No other business?
That's it.
That's it. Then we will dispense with CRA and we will reconvene as the city commission. Under regular business site plan for 1142, 1144 East Main Street. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. The applicant is requesting site plan approval for the property located at 1144 East Plant Street to permit the development of a single-story, 1,831 square foot commercial building and a two-story, 1,848 square foot live work building with associated site improvements. On the adjacent property of 1142 East Plant Street, the only proposed improvements are a cross-access driveway and a Plant Street driveway, which would provide road access for both of those parcels. The proposed site plan is consistent with the property's CAPUD zoning ordinance, which was approved by City Commission in February of this year. And it's also consistent with the city's comp plan, code of ordinances, and the East Plant Street character area overlay requirements. And so based on this, staff has reviewed the application and recommends approval of the site plan, subject to staff conditions. I'd be happy to answer your questions.
Questions from the commission? I don't know, I guess I look at it's a quarter acre and you've got an 1,800 square foot single story, you've got an 1,800 square foot two-story. You got enough parking and everything on that?
Yes.
And the lot next door is almost 3/4 of an acre. If we go with the same, it's on there, you might have a lot of buildings on that piece of property.
So just to speak a little bit to the requirements of the overlay actually requires that you cannot build any more parking than what the code minimum is. And so in this particular case, per the overlay, you are required to provide 2.5 spaces for every live work unit and 3 spaces for every 1,000 square foot of commercial space. And based on that, there's actually 8 spaces provided, 6 surface spaces,
Yeah.
and there's a space in the garage and a space right outside of the garage. So they're providing 8 spaces, so they're providing the code minimum requirement for parking.
Understand.
I think the other thing, maybe, Mayor, if you don't mind, is if you look at the entire, both parcels, both parcels have a permit with the St. John's Water Management District that specifies the amount of impervious area that can be built on both lots. So while you do see there's some more densely developed property on the smaller parcel, when the other parcel does come into play, it will have to kind of take into consideration what's permitted by the Water Management District. So you should see less density on that larger area.
Because that was one of my concerns, is that, you know, what we're gonna end up with there. Okay, understand. Any other questions? Hearing none, we need a motion.
Motion to approve the site plan for 1142 and 1144 with staff's recommendations.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. With Orange County. Yes, sir, Chief.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Before you this evening is an interlocal agreement between the City of Winter Garden and Orange County Office of the Medical Director. This agreement formalizes the ongoing partnership that provides medical direction, quality management, and medical communication oversight for the city's fire department. It ensures compliance with state and local requirements for advanced life support and basic life support, and allows our paramedics and EMTs to continue operating under the current medical direction of Dr. Christian Zuber through the Orange County's emergency medical system. There is no financial impact associated with this agreement, and staff recommends approval.
Questions from the commission? My one question is on the medical director, if he so chooses to terminate, leave, whatever, you have 30, he can do that within 30 days, with 30 days notice. Does that give the City of Winter Garden enough time to find a replacement?
In actuality, Orange County, even though he's the lead medical director, Orange County has a group of 3 physicians that are associate medical directors as well. So if the lead chooses to leave, we still have 2 other medical directors.
Okay, so 30 days, there's
Yes, sir.
no issue there, you're saying?
No, sir, there will be
Okay.
no issue.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Any questions from the commission? We need a motion.
Motion to approve interlocal agreement with Orange County.
We have a motion to approve, we have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
sir.
much. Thank you.
Recommendation to approve utilizing City of Orlando piggyback contract. Yes, sir.
Evening, Mayor and Commissioners. We have a few more piggyback contracts tonight.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's a typo on this cover memo that references Paralee. It is not Paralee. It is a contract with the City of Orlando for Eurofins Environmental Testing Southeast LLC that we're requesting to use as the piggyback contract. They do testing of water and wastewater plants. This is what we use to submit to DEP for state and federal regulations. And staff would request that the board approve using this Orlando contract as a piggyback contract. Happy to answer any questions.
Questions from the commission? So is the prices that we're entering at right now, they're guaranteeing those prices through, I guess, April 26th, and there's 3 1-year, and they can increase the prices on those 3 1 years, and then we can choose whether to participate or not.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That is correct. The funny thing is, this is a different PO than we've used in the past, and it's actually lower than we've paid in the past.
You might understand, yeah, I assume it was cheaper if we were doing it. Correct, okay. Any other questions? Need a motion?
Motion to approve utilizing the City of Orlando piggyback contract.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried unanimously. You may continue on, sir.
Another piggyback contract, this is with Florida Armature Works Incorporated, which has a contract with Indian River County. We'd like to use this piggyback. They're very reliable. We've used them for years to rebuild motors and pumps, and we would request that the board approve using the Indian River County contract as a piggyback contract.
Well, this one did state it was at the same price. They would stay consistent. And once again, it's cheaper than what we're getting, I assume, so. Any other questions? Need a motion?
Recommendation to approve the piggyback with the Indian River County contract.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, motion carries unanimously.
This one is for Paralee. So Paralee Company Incorporated is a company that we use for instrument control and electrical work. They have a contract with the City of Deltona, and staff would request that the board approve using that as a piggyback contract.
Questions from the commission? I assume your answers are the same as the previous 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hearing none, we need a motion.
Motion to approve the piggyback of the City of Deltona contract for air companies.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Non-exclusive franchise agreement with Ready Set Recycle. Okay, sir.
Another private recycling company that has approached us and we've been working with closely. They're now prepared to enter into that non-exclusive franchise agreement to operate the business here in town. They've been, again, talking with HOAs just like the other one. This agreement is the same as the other company, which limits their operations to Monday through Friday and prohibits picking up between 5:30 p.m. and 5:30 a.m. They are requesting that the board allow them to operate on Saturdays to start the business. Staff would recommend that the board approve the non-exclusive franchise agreement as written and authorize the city manager to sign, but if you approve that Saturday work, we would have the city attorney draft an addendum that could be signed next week and just allow that, to delete that section of it, or allow it for a specified time period.
Well, they're operating inside an HOA. Is the HOA okay with it?
It'd be the specific HOA they're talking to start out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then they're gonna be hiring private individual properties would be hiring them to do it. I've witnessed the other one. It's a pickup truck and a trailer. They make no noise. Our concern is larger vehicles that are
Yeah.
gonna be banging and clack around and make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So I think maybe, Mayor, if you're okay, we'll just ask them to obtain concurrence from the HOA that they're gonna start in, that they're okay with Saturday.
Yeah.
work. Maybe-
I would think as long as they're okay, then that's.
And any other HOA, then maybe.
Right. Okay. Any other questions from the commission? Need a motion?
I'd make a motion, as presented with the Saturday work, as long as the HOA's okay with it.
Do we have a second?
Second that.
We have a motion, we have a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries unanimously. And thank you, Steve, for continuing for coming to recycling. I think we all appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Matters from citizens of Winter Garden. Please start with your name and address.
George Douglas Lehman, 1150 East Plant Street. I'm the owner of the property that you just approved the site plan for. And in the discussion, Mr. Williams discussed the St. Johns River Water Management District. I was heavily involved with this. The St. Johns River Water Management District makes each parcel stand on its own. Each parcel has to have a maximum of 70% impervious, which is 30% pervious surface. There was no swapping between the two. But the city did require, as this was moving along, for us to have a cross-parking agreement between this parcel and the parcels that I happen to own next door. And because I built the church there, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I sold that to them, there's also a recorded cross-parking agreement between the church and all of the other parcels that are next door to it. So when the church is not having services, that parking lot is available for any of the businesses that happen to be there, as well as when the church is having their services, then they have the right to park over there. I just didn't want the commission or anybody in the public to think that if I came back to do something at 1142 that I was going to be less than the 70% impervious that is required both with our agreements with the City of Winter Garden and St. Johns River Water Management District.
Understand, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. City Attorney.
Just one item, Mayor Commissioners. The commission previously authorized city manager and I to go after some settlement funds related to PFAS settlements that exist. And the law firm, the special law firm that's dealing with that is Napoli Schlocknick. They also, those were the big defendants that were part of the settlement pot, and a number of cities and counties are seeking, and we should be able to get some of that, basically PFAS related matters. Part of that also authorization would allow Napoli Schlocknick to file suit on behalf of the city against some smaller defendants that have contaminated they caused the PFAS contamination. So I'm just letting you know that unless there's some objection, we're going to allow Napoli Schlocknick to pursue those lawsuits on behalf of hundreds of other local governments against these smaller defendants that have caused PFAS contamination, which we as a city and our residents and businesses have to deal with on a regular basis. And you can see substantial cost as part of the wastewater treatment and the water treatment systems are huge. And so, again, unless there's any objection or if you want some more detail, I'm happy to give it. I just wanted to give you an update on that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Does y'all have any questions of the attorney?
Thank you.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, sir. City manager.
Yes, sir. I'd like to make a recommendation, excuse me, to cancel regular city commission meetings for November 27th and December 25th.
Okay, you want the motion?
Yes, sir.
Get a motion, please.
I make a motion.
Second that.
Motion second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay.
Second item is we all talk about, and we know that our quality of life here in Winter Garden is a direct result of our staff, and considering the way that Christmas and New Year's falls, I would like to also request providing some additional days off for our staff on Friday, December 26th, and, excuse me, on Friday, January 2nd as additional appreciation days.
Nobody wants to come back on Friday.
No, there's not going to be much productivity at all, so.
Yeah, we call it anyway, huh? She might as well admit it up front. Okay, need a motion?
I make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, motion carried unanimously.
And just a reminder that the Halloween light shows start tomorrow, October 24th, we'll run 24th, 25th, 26th, 31st, and November 1st from 7 to 9 p.m. I'll be happy to.
I'm sorry, I couldn't write that quick, I missed one day, got it. Okay.
And lastly, I distributed a memo from Daniel Perez, Speaker of the Florida House of Representatives on property taxes. Pre-session, I think there's been about 8 bills that have been filed regarding property taxes. And we have started to do some calculations with respect to elimination of homestead properties from property taxes. And obviously, this is going to get approved by the House, Senate, go to the governor, ultimately make its way to a ballot for voter consideration. But should all those things occur and it hit the ballot and the voters approve, our early estimates are an impact of about $14.4 million in lost revenues, and obviously we're all kind of sitting back trying to wait and see if there's going to be any replacement. So I think at this point, we all want to monitor this very closely because these will be rather large impacts.
Is that 20% of our general fund?
About 25% large.
20% of our general fund?
Rather big impact. So it's just as an FYI, as the discussion continues, and I'm pretty certain that we're going to see some sort of proposal very early in the sessions. Other than that, Mayor, I don't have anything else.
That's enough good news. Thank you.
First 3 items.
Yeah, they were, yes. Commissioner Johnson.
I just want to thank staff for all the hard work that you guys do day in and day out. Thank you for the residents to coming out to our meeting. And I want to wish our mayor a happy birthday. Winter Garden is blessed to have you as a mayor. So happy birthday.
Okay. Thank you. What else would be better spent? Commissioner Bennett.
Same as far as staff and all the residents coming out. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Every day's a good day. And thank everybody for coming, and thank our staff as everybody does. Warren Buffett once said that when he was born, only 4% of people were born in the United States. So if you look at our 330 million and 8.2 billion in the world, we're one of 4%.
we're blessed. So hope everybody has a good night.